When the Ministry of Social Development took over the Poverty Alleviation Programme at the start of the SKNLP's administration term, there's a commitment for us to be able to evaluate how that program was running, to then be able to better provide a more sustainable social protection framework that has better programming and empowerment opportunities. That is what the LIFT is designed to do. So the LIFT is going to be implemented as the new and improved cash transfer social assistance program. And what that means is essentially we've been able to identify the weaknesses of the PAP experience to then be able to make improvements in the delivery of LIFT. So LIFT is essentially an improvement over the PAP in three significant ways. So first, we have been able to see how we can provide more money to households and families on the LIFT program. So what that means is we'll be introducing a range in terms of where families who are eligible for LIFT are able to receive up to $600 monthly. So that would be a range, a minimum amount, say from $250, but up to $600. We will be relaxing the policy that the PAP had where it was supposed to be, we've been strict in terms of making sure it's $500 per household. So the PAP was always a per household benefit, but based on the experience of PAP, we were able to see that across St. Kitts and Nevis, we actually have a trend where there are multiple families living in one household. And so that became a challenge where there are families, maybe of smaller units, who have a need for some sort of assistance. And so with LIFT, we are going to be able to provide some level of cash transfer assistance to multiple units that are in households by relaxing the 500 per household criterion. So we will be providing essentially more households, we're putting more money into each household where it's applicable, obviously based on vulnerability and need. The second major improvement we can speak to is the LIFT program will be implemented a lot more systematically to be able to improve transparency and fairness. Something else we would have identified during the PAP experience is that it was implemented without any real systematic process. And so we found many instances where there were several people who were really in need of assistance, who weren't getting it, and then there are persons who were receiving, but were kind of taking advantage of the system. And so to address that, we'll be implementing LIFT to better target and streamline beneficiaries. So for that, LIFT is being targeted to families that earn less than $2,500 monthly, and that is on gross income. So gross income is the income you receive before your pension and benefit deductions. And so we are seeking to streamline to be able to better target those who are most vulnerable and in need. LIFT will prioritize the vulnerability of the unemployed, those with and without children, single-parent families, persons with disabilities, and of course that includes parents with young children with disabilities, and of course our seniors. For seniors exclusively, we will be working a lot more closely with the National Social Security Board. We've had conversations ongoing in terms of how we can, in light of the increased pension benefits, be able to couple social assistance benefits from the LIFT to provide one combined, monthly available assistance so that our seniors, especially those who earn very little in pension, can actually live with dignity. So we've been able to recognize that not all seniors have as much need for social assistance on top of their pension, but for those seniors who maybe receive only $350 per month, we want to be able to give them more and give seniors who do not necessarily have as much of a need less. Third thing, in terms of improvements that the LIFT will be offering is, of course, empowerment opportunities. Now, you would recall that during the PAP experience, during the last phase of that experience last year, we would have piloted some self-development sessions for persons who were receiving PAP assistance. The LIFT program will be implementing this a lot more systematically to establish that is just part and parcel of the program as a condition for continuation of receiving the benefit. So LIFT beneficiaries will be expected to participate in self-development activities, which includes case management, evaluation, education and training opportunities that help beneficiaries to build knowledge, improve confidence and skills, and maybe even find employment. And this would have been based on pilot sessions that we would have hosted with PAP beneficiaries during 2023. I must say that for the LIFT, because we're really trying to see how we can help to really empower persons so that they're not continually dependent on the state for assistance, we are asking and expect LIFT applicants to expect that the benefit is not indefinite, but of course, we want to make sure that those who are in need in the immediate term can be able to afford food, shelter, and of course, utilities, which is really what this social assistance is intended to do. And so we certainly want to ensure that everyone continues to receive the help that they need so that no one is left behind. Now, I just want to say I did mention the plans for implementation. We will be opening the application process by April 1st. That is the plan. The ministry is working towards that. Just a note to say that for persons who are currently receiving PAP benefits, we want to be able to help make the transition smooth because we do expect that some persons who are on the PAP will continue to be eligible for LIFT, and we have no problem continuing to support them in that regard. And so persons who are currently on the PAP and who will be eligible for the LIFT with the new conditions, you will be invited to verify the information on your original PAP application and resubmit it for consideration on the LIFT. Now, this doesn't mean there's a guarantee, but we will, for sure, at the more initial stage, invite persons who are interested to be considered for LIFT to just verify your original application information from the PAP, and then you can resubmit for you to be considered for some level of LIFT assistance. So that should be done before the anticipated last payment on the PAP program, which should be by the end of March. So I would invite everyone to stay tuned in relation to the announcements of dates for when we will be opening the applications and move forward in that regard. So more information will come, especially as we work and move into the implementation phase of the LIFT program.